Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're going to look at some patch notes for you. We got an update next April 12th. Next Monday, actually, April 12th. And we got a lot to cover, so we're going to dive right in. This is the update. They're celebrating their 2-year anniversary since the game has been out. That's how long I've been covering this game. And a lot of you guys have been following the channel for that duration, and I appreciate everyone who's supported the channel. It's been a wild ride, and it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys. I had the YouTube channel going before this game came out, but nobody was watching it. So much more interesting from my perspective when people actually view the content that's being created. So thank you guys very much. What do we got here? To celebrate the 2 years, we got a celebratory sale with discounts reaching up to 35% for one-time offers, 25% for numerous premium ships. So sale. Anyone who's looking to get some premiums, keep your powder dry until next Monday. Global XP conversion bonus. Don't do that. Ooh, Jesus. Gifts in the store and a first win bonus for Tier 3 and higher aircraft carriers. Oh, God. As well as other types of Tier 4 and higher ships. Okay. Well, I would have led with that part, but that's the next paragraph. Aircraft carriers are returning to the fold with a few new changes. Carriers will be available for Japan and US at 3, 5, and 7 tiers. There can be no more than one carrier per team. Carriers will always either be present on both or none of the teams. Exact ships in the new tree are Langley, Ranger, Lexington for the USA, Hosho, Ryujo, and Shukaku for Japan. To unlock carriers, you must first unlock the Tier 3 battleships of the respective nation. Compared with battleships, Tier 7 carriers require an additional 50,000 XP to completely unlock. Presumably that means upgrade them. Carriers will have access to torpedo and dive bombers, HE bombers in parentheses, and 2 missions to obtain special carrier commanders will be available for the duration of the update. Okay, changes made to carriers since the airstrike mode. HE bomb damage has been increased. Oh god. Torpedo damage and range have been increased. We got some buffs coming. Hold your horses here. Strap yourself in. Planes of Tier 3 carriers have increased speed. Planes of Tier 5 carriers have increased HP. See, you guys all played Texas every single game during the test, and that gave them the notion that these planes are underperforming. So unfortunately, we're getting buffed right out of the gate here. Tier 3 HE bombers have improved bomb dropping accuracy. Carriers have received course plotting. It says choose a square on the tactical map to send your carrier to that location. That's a good change. If you're going to have carriers in the game, we need them to be able to drive around. Torpedo skills of existing commanders now correctly affect plane drop torpedoes. And Louis Dufournet, I believe that's Francois Douay, his base trait now affects HE bombs. Changes to other ship types to help them combat air threats. Tier 5 up to legendary tier cruisers have received 2 charges of the defensive AA fire consumable, which boosts anti-air damage for a short period. That's available in the second slot. Usually that's going to be replacing sonar. That's a big ask. So that, okay, that's interesting. Every commander, it says every commander has received all-out anti-air skill. Is it really going to be every commander has that option? Time will tell. That passively boosts the range and power of your ship's AA defenses. Togo and Dewey, the Rockstar Dewey, the actual Dewey, have received new skills specifically for carrier use. Hidden Threat, Row 3, which boosts torpedo bombers' concealment speed. Burn, Baby Burn, Row 4 increases your chance of causing fire with HE bombs. Every ship of Tier 4 and higher has the option to install AA Gun Mod 1 in the first mod slot. So that would be replacing your Aiming Systems Mod 2, which I have on every single ship in the game, I believe. That's a big ask. So we're asked to give up a lot. You got to give up your sonar. You got to give up your Aiming Systems Mod just to get the consumables. So hopefully they didn't tune these buffs too high. Myself and a lot of people, I had numerous videos covering this topic. I asked you guys for your feedback. Overwhelmingly, you said the carriers were okay where they were. But they got buffed. And we'll see. We don't have any numbers to go along with the buffs. So hopefully they didn't go too hog wild, as they say. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Similarly, every Tier 7 and Legendary Tier ship has the option to install AA Gun Mod 3 in the 4th mod slot. Okay, well. So 2 out of the 3 of those seem like they're That's giving up a lot. Your aiming systems and your sonars. Okay. Limit Breaker Campaign. We got a 155mm gun version of the Megami Suzuya. My feedback. I want your guys' feedback in the comments. That's why I do these update videos, just so I can see what everyone's thinking. My feedback when it comes to these light cruisers, let's get the EOP skill available on at least one cruiser commander per nation that has light cruisers, please. Otherwise, certain nations have a massive advantage when it comes to that class. Arena Battles Season 2 and 3. So there's 2 more seasons. They've changed some rewards. Apparently we're going to get more steel out of that. I think I got about 12 steel on my way to 10,000 out of the first quarter of this year. So it's been a slow go to get steel so far. Hopefully that'll boost it a little bit here. Golden Week content. Golden Week is a series of holidays celebrated in Japan annually. That starts with Emperor's B-Day and culminates in Children's Day. Okay. Some of the things we got for this are skins for Kongo Asashio Yamato, available from the Golden Week chest. Asashio will also be available for 12,500 doubloons. That's a hardcore torpedo boat. And they're trying out a golden flag for 1,000 doubloons. It says, please note, it's simply a flag, and we're just seeing if purely cosmetic items such as this are in demand by themselves. That starts on April 26th and lasts through May 9th. So Golden Week is actually 2 weeks long. Balance changes. Quite a few balance changes this time around, mostly made in response to your requests. My request is debuff the planes. 105mm secondary guns of German battleships can now penetrate 20mm armor. That means Bismarck and turrets become more of a threat to any destroyers that wander too close, especially if the battleships have enhanced secondaries. Ashitaka, Tier 6 Japanese premium battleship, one of the least seen ships out there. Main gun reload has been improved by 1 second, down to 30 seconds instead of 31. Oh, the era of the Ashitaka begins. And Warhammer ships Ragnarok and Ignis Purgatio have received the following buffs. Citadel armor belt is now 126 instead of 76. Repair patty now restores 32% more HP. That's a huge buff there. And a single charge of main battery reload booster has been added to the 3rd consumable slot. That's pretty cool. Those ships were some of my least favorite ships in the game, and those are significant buffs. So that's good to see for anyone who may have those ships. As we've teased before, some battleships are going to receive a concealment modification option. This is something I was asking for about a year and a half ago. I thought it would have been really cool if we could get the battleships to put that in here. I celebrate the fact that they're making this change. I lament the fact that it's happening simultaneously with the introduction of aircraft carriers, which in a significant way will reduce the impact of one of the more interesting aspects of the game, the concealment/spotting system. Not very well understood by the majority of the player base, true, but those of us that do and utilize it, it is quite powerful. Anyways, the option to put the concealment mod on the Ashitaka, Nagato, Amagi, Yamato, Ki, Vanguard, Ragnarok, and Ignis Purgatio. The option to outfit those ships with that mod is now available, which is strange that we're only getting it on Vanguard and presumably, I don't know, that doesn't say anything about Conqueror, even though Conqueror had the option in the test. But I thought it would be largely the British battleships getting this just because they're the most heavily focused on concealment, but only Vanguard from that one. Division mates in Tier 6 and 7 battles will spawn closer to each other. It's a very strange thing to me, because usually the divisions are spawned together. The one time it's a disaster when they do spawn them together is when they have multiple destroyers in a single division, because you want the destroyers to spread out to enhance the spotting ability of the whole team. So I would have rather they made the rule forcing, if you're going to division into multiple destroyer division, force them apart. Even though a lot of the players would abandon where they spawn and go join their friends. I understand that. Anyways, whatever that means, it's now in the game. We talked about this last update video, but this is very, very important now. If you haven't started Red, White, and Blue and the Legendary Birthday Bureau projects, you have to start them. Research them for an hour before this update drops on the 12th of April. If you don't get the research going on those just a little bit. You just need a few points in there. Those projects will disappear from your queue of available projects. So they're valuable. You got the California ship in there and the American, they're all level 4 perma camos that you can use, which are extremely valuable. That's, I think, about 750 paint worth of camo, on 5 or 6 ships. So just start the projects, even if you don't want to do them now. You don't lose any progress by switching back and forth on Bureau projects. So start them for an hour, then turn them back off, just so you don't lose access to them. 2 new maps have been added. Solomon Islands for tiers 3 and 4. Interesting. First new lower tier map we've seen in probably at least a year would be my guess. Hotspot for tiers 6, 7, and legendary. So that'll be one. All right. That'll be interesting, I guess. Carriers have been added to the port filter. I don't know what that means. Carrier-specific tool tips have been added to controller presets. Okay. None of them. Oh, maximum air defense range is now shown on the info panel, among other ranges. That's the option button one. Bug fixes. Oh, new premium ships. Tier 4 Soviet battleship Oktyabrskaya Revolutsiya, and the Tier 5 Italian destroyer Leone. Are we going to get an Italian destroyer commander? Time will tell. Well, as I said earlier, I want to get your guys' feedback on this one. I'm less optimistic about the carriers than I was a moment ago, because I thought if they're primarily agents of spotting, okay, that would change things, but it would be alright. But if we're going to make them extremely powerful in terms of damage dealing, then we have a class that you can't really attack it. You can't counter it until very late in the game, usually. Basically, it's dealing damage for free, and if the damage is high, if we're going to start seeing these things inflict a lot of damage, that's going to throw off the balance of this game. This game is very, very fun right now when it's played well. If you get the majority of the players in a given game at least know what they're doing, then it works extremely well, and it's a lot of fun. This class, for me, I've been doing a lot. We tested it out, and I've been watching a lot of stuff on the PC. I'm not that impressed with it. I'm not that excited for it to be in the game. And to see it come in buffed heavily, and then to put a lot of the tools that you're going to want to use to counter it kind of in options that we'll have to trade extremely powerful tools that already exist just to get these consumables. So I hope the planes aren't powerful enough to require these consumables and the mods, because if you require them, then we're going to be lowering the accuracy, we're going to be lowering survivability in other manners. This could be a problem, but we'll see. Hopefully, they did a good job in the test, I thought. Maybe if they just slightly tuned them up a little bit, I don't think that would be earth-shattering, but if they went hog wild, we could be in for a bit of a bumpy ride. So let me know what you guys think of the update here. Interested to hear from you guys on that. That'll do it for the video, though. If you did enjoy it, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing, guys. We got lots of World of Warships coming all the time. If you got questions, comments, I definitely want to hear from you guys today. Leave them below, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.